Sardines. You can get a can of sardines and it's got small little bones that are easy to eat. They're not going to cause you to choke or cause pain in your system, but they actually have little tiny fish bones that you'll consume and you'll get the full mineral matrix, the collagen peptides, the same structures, the same nutrients needed for that small fish to create bones and create a skeleton. That's what we need for our bones. So when we're consuming it, we're going to get those same nutrients needed to produce healthy bones for us. So sardines are great. Seafood in general is going to be rich in, a wide variety of different key nutrients, key minerals, as well as the protein that we need, omega-3 fats to reduce inflammation in our system. So seafood can be really great. Grass-fed meats, again, great protein complexes that are in there. Lots of great minerals that are in our grass-fed meats. So key there. Eggs, another great one. Pasture-raised eggs, that's where you get vitamin D, vitamin K2 in there as well, particularly in the yolk. You also have things like biotin. Biotin is another B vitamin actually that plays a role in bone formation, healthy skin. And so you have that in there, choline for healthy cell membranes, a lot of key nutrients in eggs. And then of course, dairy, ideally grass-fed dairy, and that's going to provide calcium, magnesium, a whole bunch of these different mineral matrix, protein, a lot of the key compounds that we need for healthy bones. Now, let's talk about plant foods. Celery. Celery is a great one. I mean, you think about a celery stalk, you grab a celery stalk, reminds me of a long bone, right? A humerus or the femur bone. And so it has got sodium, it's got silica, which is this key mineral needed for healthy bones. Silica is rich, celery is rich in silica. Also, cucumbers are a rich source of silica as well. Arugula has silica in there as well. And that's why those are some of the best plant foods for healthy bones. So celery's also got the sodium. It's got a great mineral complex in there. Seaweed is rich in these fucoidins that actually have been shown to reduce inflammation on the bone tissue. And so seaweed is one of the best things. Great mineral matrix in seaweed, definitely something to consume to get a lot of minerals into your system and reduce inflammation, particularly inflammation around the bones and joints. So it can be really powerful there. Avocados are rich in potassium, rich in different B vitamins like folate. They've got phosphorus in them, copper, lutein, zeaxanthin, all these powerful compounds that help reduce inflammation in the system and help support healthy bone tissue. I mentioned cucumbers, arugula as well. Arugula is very rich in vitamin C. It's a low oxalate, dark green leafy vegetable. We know oxalates can, if we're consuming them in a high abundance, they can cause more pain, more inflammation in our system, increase our risk of kidney stones, and they also help pull calcium out of the bloodstream as well. So arugula is a low oxalate, dark green leafy, where you're going to get a lot of the chlorophyll, the folate, B vitamins, the antioxidant benefits that come with dark green leafies without the negative effects of oxalates. So I love arugula. Cucumbers I mentioned, they have got that silica in there. And then you've got extra virgin olive oil, which is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory things you could put in your body, particularly if you get it fresh pressed, okay, from unripe olives. So like green olives, these kind of unripe olives. And the way you know it is it's got like this kind of bitter aftertaste typically to it. And that's a sign that they use the green olives and it's high in polyphenols like oleocanthols. Oleocanthols they call nature's ibuprofen because it's so powerful at reducing inflammation in the system. So extra virgin olive oil, really powerful for downregulating inflammation and helping support healthy bone tissue. So these would be the foods that I would focus on. Obviously, I may have mentioned a food that your body doesn't respond well to. Maybe you have a sensitivity or an allergy to, or like whenever you eat dairy, you feel more inflamed, or eggs, you feel more inflamed. Then avoid that food, right? If you feel more inflamed when you consume a certain food, avoid it. Or you could even try getting a better source. Maybe you're eating the normal commercial raised eggs and you haven't tried organic free range eggs. So maybe try that first. See if maybe it's just a pesticide load thing because they're giving the chickens a whole bunch of different pesticides and herbicides. Maybe you're responding to that. Maybe it is the egg. So you got to kind of test and see if it's just kind of a low grade sensitivity. If it's a full blown allergy that's life threatening, I would just avoid that food altogether. So these are the top 12 foods. Doesn't mean they're the top 12 for you, but for the general population, that's going to be the top 12 foods to consume for healthy bone tissue. Find the foods that you enjoy and that work best for you to support your healthy bone structure. Don't forget about keeping inflammation under control, keeping blood sugar, reducing toxic load, reducing infections, all important for keeping inflammation under control. Don't forget about getting the nutrients, the proper loading, and the proper rest and recovery. And if you do those things, you're going to have good, healthy, strong, and stable bones. Be blessed. We'll see you on a future video.